Thank you for the question. University of Manchester is a very big university, so we do research across the board, from hard science to social science. And myself, I'm in a business school, and there we can have impacts first and foremost with our students, actually, through our teaching. We really try in our business school, Alliance Manchester Business School, try to make social responsibility and sustainability a core part of what we teach them. So, for example, in the first week, actually, they immediately have to do a sustainability challenge. So this is part of their thinking when they just come. And they don't just think about, how difficult it is to live in Manchester. No, we actually need to think about the bigger picture. And going to a business school also means that you have to think about these bigger topics like sustainability. So that is part of the teaching, and our teaching is research-led, and we are very strong in the field of sustainability. We have many people that focus on sustainability as a research topic for years already on different levels, and that's how we try to have impact through our thinking. So we kind of look at it from a distance and, for example, look at big systems transitions. So how are societies changing? What is the role of companies within that? What is the role of individuals? In my own research, I specifically focus on the role of firms and how they can make such change happen. Through our research, we try to inform people on these kind of topics. The challenge, though, is how do we go beyond having impact on an academic community? As an old university, we're really good at thinking about publishing our work in the best possible journals, and that's how we have impact on the academic community. But now we feel that there is more and more need to engage with other types of audiences, and that's where we see our challenge, that how we're going to do that, where on the one hand, we really need to be an academic institution creating new knowledge, but now also an academic institution that needs to think about how this knowledge is being applied. And that's still a challenge. We're thinking about that, how we can best do that, how can we engage with local business, for example, because we feel that there's a clear need for that as well, especially when you talk about topics like sustainability. There are many challenges. The first challenge is that it is very unclear often for people what it actually is. I remember years back when we would talk to people in companies about sustainability, they would start with their recycling efforts of paper, for example. I'm printing less. And that's all with the best meaning possible. But I remember talking to people in a bank, and that's what they would talk about. And it's like, yeah, but if you want to have impact, you need to talk about how you're actually lending your money and what kind of projects you choose. And it's like, oh yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that. Yeah, we're way beyond that, of course, now. The world has advanced tremendously in a direction that many companies now do think about how sustainability is affecting their core business, but also it has led to a realization that they need to innovate, that what they're currently doing is indeed not in line with the kind of limits that we get from the natural environment. And that innovation can go in different directions. Of course, a lot of it, I've worked in the field of energy, mobility, is technological innovation. With cars, we think about electric vehicles, and one of the major challenges is simply to get these cars to drive further and to get recharging operate faster. But that's not the only thing. You also really need to think about the barriers of business models. Many people, for example, are used to buying their car, and many electric vehicles are very expensive. So they might say, yeah, well, I'm not going to buy an electric vehicle because it's too expensive. Same thing if you want to change the electricity system in your house and it means solar panels on your roof, it will cost you 20 or 30,000 pounds. Most people don't have that on the bank. So there you need business model innovation. You need kind of financial innovations that make these technologies accessible for people. And really to make sure that what is a sustainable innovation is not just being sold for its green credentials, because we know from research that very often is not enough. People might be enthusiastic about buying green when they talk about it, but when they actually make their buying decision, often it's only one part of the equation. So you really have to think about how you package basically the product into a business model or value proposition that they can see, oh, but that's actually really a good product on all kinds of different accounts. So there are real clear benefits of buying this product. So also for functional reasons, that it is actually just as good or better, but also for more, what does it make people feel like? Do they feel like, yeah, I want to show to some extent to the rest of the world that this is who I am and what I want to do. And that's where the opportunity, of course, for companies lies, because you can really use your marketing expertise as a company to make sure that your sustainable innovations are being brought to the market in a way that make them very attractive to people. And that is the main barrier right now, or the main challenge. How can you then really do that? How do you get consumers to be responsive to your attempts to bring sustainability into the market? And that's where many companies are currently definitely trying to experiment with all kinds of different business models, but are also facing many difficulties because we are so used to doing businesses a certain way that doing sustainability means changes in the supply chain, changes in the way you get to the market. So it's not just about one single company or one group of managers that want to make a change. It is about how they somehow manage to get other people moving in the same direction. And so it is very much a people's challenge as well.